Uh, can we? Sorry. They finally did it. They won a game. I cannot believe it. The New York Jets have finally won a game, and it is an absolute miracle. It is, I mean, I cannot believe it. I didn't watch for the first time. The one time I don't watch, they decided to win a football game and actually put up 39 points. What are we doing here? What an incredible, just win 39-38. That's the highest scoring Jet game I've ever seen in my life, probably at this rate. I mean, other than the opposing team scoring 50 or 60 points, it usually doesn't end with the Jets at least almost scoring 40. Welcome to another episode of GTSS. I'm Jason Adams, and this is probably the most excited I've been in a while for a sports team because obviously they're not going to do anything actually unless they run the table, which would be it's happening. It's happening. We're running the table, making the playoffs, going 10-7, and it'll be the most miracle run we've ever seen. Tyrod Taylor. Wait, did Fields start? Oh, he did. Wow, they actually went back to Breece Hall. Continues to just shine like he always does. Guy is going to get so much money, and I don't know if it's going to be with the Jets because I mean he is what 25, 24. He's still 24. Yeah, he's going to get so much money. But back to that. Welcome back to another episode. This is another weekly recap of mostly New York sports, but I love to get into the round of leagues, especially in hockey. That's mostly what I look at. But I think we're going to start with our first topic, which is the hot topic of the World Series, even though nobody seems to really care about the World Series unless you're from Canada or obviously LA. The series is currently 2-1 with a thriller last night after ending in the 18th inning where Freddie Freeman has another signature moment in his career. Just what a career that guy has had. Just absolute first ballot Hall of Famer. And to add 2 walk-off World Series home runs is just absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane. I am so excited. I'm not excited because I hate the Dodgers and I would like to see the Blue Jays win the World Series. But I think there is something so cool about this guy who has gone through so much. We've heard so much about how good of a guy Freddie Freeman is, and I hate the LA Dodgers, and I do hope they end up losing. But for him to have 2 of these moments in his career, such a worthy player of getting it, cannot wait. And the series has been good so far. 18-inning thriller, an even split series, 2-1. Hopefully the Blue Jays can even up. We have a game 5 to decide who takes the series lead back to Toronto. I really do hope we get a 7-gamer all-time classic. Because who wouldn't? I mean, that's what you hope for as a fan when your team isn't playing. Obviously, if it's my team, if it was the Mets in the World Series, I'd be saying, hey, win 4 games in a row, get this over with already as quickly as possible because I just cannot deal with it anymore. But that's not where we are. And it's 2 teams, one team with a drought, one team that nobody likes. Well, like the team that the general public will like besides the other divisional opponents. And then obviously the whole world pretty much hates the Dodgers unless you're from Japan or LA. Shohei, it's really just as simple as I hope that this series goes 7 games and goes multiple extra innings in that 7th game. I hope we get a 2016 Game 7 where it's the best game, arguably, of all time. Other than that, baseball has really been on the quiet side. I feel like there hasn't been a lot of talk about any rumors. Oh, actually, no. I did see some devastating news coming out of the Mets camp. Antoine Richardson will not be returning. He will not be returning, and it hurts. It really, really hurts. And Antoine Richardson is leaving the organization, and what a failure. This is another just absolute disaster. The Mets should have handed this guy a blank check. Like, the dude did something. He got Juan Soto stole 30 bases, and he was getting called fat in the offseason before this. The guy was just mastered the art of stealing a base as a coach, and they let him walk. I am so confused, but they also ended up hiring their brand new hitting coach, Snicker's son. Troy Snicker was the Astros hitting coach for about 5 years and is now going to be the Mets hitting coach. He led a World Series team, so He did something right. I think the Astros, I did not have to fact check this because I wasn't thinking I was going to talk about baseball, but here we are. The Astros ranked where in offense this year? Where are stats? Stats. Team regular season. Where is runs scored? Where's runs scored? 16 league average. They were literally league average in the league. That's home runs. RBIs. Let me look at RBIs. That's not runs. Run batted in. So best scoring offense was the Yankees. The Astros ranked 21st, and the Mets ranked. Oh God, we ranked ninth. That's not good. I don't know how to see, but the year before that, 2024, the Astros ranked 12th. 2023 they ranked 5th. So there was clear success in the 5 years he was there. All the way back in 2020 when he was hired, most likely in 8th, but the Mets were 5th, 6th that year. But they won the World Series that year. The Mets offense disappeared that year. In 2021, the Astros were 1st. So there's very clearly something with this hitting coach. Obviously, I don't think he's going to fix everything. I think the team needs to do a lot more moves to fix all the offensive issues they had. The team has a lot of holes, and the hitting coach wasn't the only one, but it was definitely one of the issues they had because, well, like, anyway, I don't know. I'm still very pissed about the Antoine Richardson thing. I think a lot of Mets fans are. I really don't know how you let a guy like this go. And on the topic of the Mets, I actually wasn't thinking I was going to do a Mets segment, but here we are. I saw I believe it was a post from an athletic writer. I don't know. Let me get exactly who it was real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because they posted the Pete Alonso contract projections, and I want to find that because it was wild. Wow, they were just playing a thriller, dude. This is crazy. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. So the projected Jim Bowden projected that Pete Alonso is going to get a 6-year, $182 million contract by any team, not just specifically the Mets. By Pete. I just think it's that simple to say that. I don't want you if you're going to ask for that much money. That is absolutely crazy to me. Because if you look at it, and I know he's a little bit of a wild card, but Muntaka Murakama, even though he's going to the Dodgers, because every Japanese player goes to the Dodgers and they just have another farm system. They have 2 farm systems at this rate. It is projected to go 160, and I believe he is only 25 years old. I just want to get this right before I just start. Muntaka Murakami. I gotta get used to saying this. Muntaka Murakami is a 25-year-old turning 26-year-old who wants a 6-year deal. So you get him at 32, or you could sign a 31-year-old to a 6-year deal and you get him until he's 37. Now, obviously, the other one's proven, but Muntaka Murakami, I believe, is one of the best hitting players in the MPB. Wow, this is extremely weird. I do not understand how the stats work here. But he had a 1,051 OPS in this year's MPB season. He also got traded at the deadline, I guess. It was just nasty. Anyway, I would prefer to sign him over Pete because he's just cheaper. Like, he's not cheaper, but he's younger, has more upside, I feel like. You can play him at first base. I think he's a third baseman. He might be a third baseman. Oh, is he a third baseman? I thought he was first. Oh, he's a first and third baseman. So we'll probably move him to first if we signed him. But I don't think that's gonna happen because obviously he's just gonna go to goddamn LA. But yeah, the Mets. I really don't know what you do with Pete anymore. I love Pete, all-time Mets record, home run record, just an all-time legend in the franchise. Will always be remembered in the franchise, and it's just ending in a sad way. I do think his demands will eventually come down. Do I know if the Mets are going to be the team to offer that to him? No, I don't.
I really don't. I think there will be a team desperate enough